Look, I mean, what we're here to do today is just sort of delve into a little bit more about your journey within real estate, and yeah. That's it. That's it. Right. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Listing. My name's Ollie, your host for today's episode, and we're joined with our special guest, Sydney. Sydney is our luxury leasing manager, Bayut finalist of the year, top agent for 2023. Is there any more accolades we can add to that?
I think there's a couple you've missed off, but we'll go with that for now.
Look, I mean, what we're here to do today is just sort of delve into a little bit more about your journey within real estate. So, Sydney, prior moving to Dubai, if you just tell us a little bit more about what you did back in the UK.
So before I moved to Dubai, I actually worked in real estate in sales. I was a sales negotiator for just over a year in the UK, and then I made the big move to Dubai.
Amazing. And what made you realise that you wanted to come out to Dubai?
So it's actually something that I never thought about. I never planned to make the move to Dubai. I actually got a call from a recruiter on my way to a viewing, and the recruiter said, "Would you like to come do real estate in Dubai?" And I was like, "Okay, never thought about it, but tell me more." And then she went on to say it's a commission-only role, and I was a little bit sceptical. But then after a few interviews, I moved out, I think around 6 weeks later, so I made the move quite quickly.
Yeah, nice. I think that's the big difference of the market in the UK and Dubai. Like, out here, there is that much opportunity that
So
you
much more
want to be in a
opportunity.
commission-based role.
Yeah.
I mean, out here now, would you ever consider going back to a basic salary?
No. Obviously, before I came to Dubai, that was a big thing. I was like, oh my God, like it's commission only. What if I don't bill anything? Luckily, it's worked out. But no, I wouldn't go back to a basic salary now. No way.
Amazing. Well, since you've been in Dubai, I think it's quite well known now that you've got the nickname of Sidra Syds. I think we all want to know where that nickname's come from. What's the origin of the story?
So it actually originated from someone in the office. I started closing loads of Sidra deals. Obviously, Sidra's a community within my area in Dubai Hills. I started closing multiple Sidras a week. And then someone was like, "Oh, Sidra Syds." And then that's where that came from.
It's got a good ring.
Yeah.
It's got a very good ring.
It's worked quite well. It's worked really well.
Definitely.
My Instagram name, if anyone wants to check me out on Insta.
There we go. A little sneaky plug. But I think what's important to take from that as well is, as an agent, it's really important to create your own personal brand as well.
Definitely.
Something that's going to make you stand out in the market, which, you know, in your 18 months of being in Dubai now is something that you've done very, very well.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you're incredibly well recognized across Dubai real estate as Bayut finalist of the year, you know, all these different accolades that you've been able to build in such a short space of time. So what we'd love to know, Sydney, is a little bit more about your journey at Betterhomes, because you've been with us for 18 months. You've quite literally started at the bottom, worked your way up to the top. So just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so as you say, I started at Betterhomes 18 months ago. Came in as a leasing consultant. I then quite quickly progressed into a senior consultant after hitting 6 months of target. And now I've progressed into the luxury sector and taken over the position of luxury leasing manager.
Amazing. Yeah, and it's so great to hear that you've got that far in such a short space of time. So typically when you relocate to Dubai in real estate, what normally happens is you'll start out in leasing, progress through leasing, and then transition into sales. Why haven't you followed that traditional route?
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of money to be made in sales, obviously we're in Dubai, but I prefer the quick pace of leasing, transacting day in, day out, and of course there is really, really good money to be made in leasing as well.
100%. And how have you found the journey from getting and tapping into that luxury market from when you first joined us to now?
So when I first started leasing, I was just smashing the apartments. I was just leasing apartments. So that was a very, very high volume transacting in Dubai Hills. I've now progressed on to Sidras and above. So we've got the parkways, the fairways, the ultra luxury. I found the transition really easy actually. Just the more and more I was learning in leasing, I was naturally just falling into doing more luxury. I was getting more clients that are demanding more luxury properties.
So obviously you're smashing it in leasing, doing really well. Is transitioning into a sales role something that you consider in the future?
It's definitely something I've thought about, and maybe in the future, definitely. But right now I'm really enjoying leasing. I'm doing well in leasing, and it's something that I really enjoy.
During your career in luxury leasing, what's one of the best months that you've seen?
One of the best months would be a quarter of a mil.
Quarter of a mil,
Yeah.
which is incredibly impressive. To put that into perspective, that's 50,000 Great British pounds, which is way above the average UK yearly salary, and that's before tax, which is just ridiculous numbers. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity there. So you moved to Dubai by yourself. How do you find balancing your work life with your personal life?
Yeah, so I moved to Dubai on my own. I'd never been to Dubai before. I didn't know anyone here in Dubai, so completely new to it all. Obviously, in a commission-only role, you're getting called 24/7. You're getting WhatsApp messages 24/7. It is a 24/7 job, if I'm being honest. Weekends, evenings, but that's just something you have to really try and balance out with your personal life.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the realizations that you have to have coming into this market is
Yeah.
that it's so fast paced, it's so busy that if you're not picking a phone up at 10 o'clock at
Someone
night,
else will.
someone else
Yeah.
will. Exactly. And do you find that work-life balance is important to you, or do you purely, have you come out here with the main focus of working?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I have come out here with the main focus of working, grafting for the first couple of years. Of course, we do all have a bit of a balance. I'd say at the moment it's probably 80% work, and then the rest social.
Amazing. So you speak a little bit about the social side. I mean, it's only 20%, but what do you do outside of work in Dubai that you enjoy?
Usual, the brunches, the beach days, the pool days. It's quite hot right now.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the typical weekend.
Definitely. And with it being so hot, stereotypically the market quietens down. Have you found that, or is it not really the case?
Where I specialise in Dubai Hills, it's a family community, it's the villa community. So a lot of families are now preparing the schools reopen in the next couple of weeks. So a lot of families are relocating this time of year. It's obviously a lot harder in this heat doing your viewings and things like that.
Yeah.
But no, I am still finding this time of year quite busy.
Good. I'm glad. And I think again, it's a probably different kind of market that you're into, like you say, with the family, and they're going to be preparing for the schools. Have you found that with the growth of the population of Dubai that these areas like Sidra are becoming a lot more busy?
Yeah, so with obviously the schools that are in Dubai Hills, there's so many families relocating over here. So areas, especially Sidra, are very, very busy at the moment. And what you'll find is that they're taking out much longer contracts. So they won't just do the 1 year, they'll do a 2 or 3 multiple year contract.
Yeah. And I think with the population growing, one thing that the majority of people will do is they'll initially lease, won't they?
Exactly.
And then progress into buying. Is that something that you've found within your career?
100%. People that initially are relocating over here, they'll want to rent for 1 to 2 years just to get the feel of Dubai, make sure that they're settled in their job, make sure they like Dubai. Obviously, Dubai is a completely different lifestyle compared to the UK, for instance.
Yeah.
And then they'll progress on to buying.
So obviously, with it being the summer months, it's incredibly hot in Dubai. Is there anywhere that you'd love to go on a vacation, go on holiday, take a break?
Yeah, so I have actually recently been to Spain. Went to Marbella for a few days. If I could go anywhere now, would probably be Greece.
Greece?
Yeah.
Okay. Santorini, Mykonos?
Yeah, Santorini.
Okay,
Definitely.
nice. Mamma Mia style. Okay, so during your career in real estate in Dubai, has there ever been any moment where you've thought, can't do this anymore, pack your bags, go home?
Yeah, so funnily enough, I think it was my 3rd day into the job, brand new to this. Of course, I went home, called my dad, and I was like, I'm coming home. I do not think this is for me. I'm sat there all day calling. Yeah, so 3rd day in, I was ready to quit.
100%.
But luckily, I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel.
I think resilience is very important. I mean, what was the conversation that you had with your dad that kind of changed your mentality on that?
I think he was like, look, just give it a go, finish the week off, and then let's reevaluate then. Gave it the week. I think I picked up a couple of listings by that time. And yeah, continued.
Got the momentum. Got
Exactly.
the momentum behind it. Okay, and one question we'd love to know is, if you weren't a successful real estate agent in Dubai, what industry do you think you'd be interested in?
Oh, if I wasn't doing real estate, I feel like I'd have my own business doing something. I don't know what, but I definitely have my own sort of business going on.
Okay, which is quite similar to real estate anyway, isn't it?
Exactly. So here you're really working for yourself, as well as obviously Betterhomes. You have to be self-motivated. You're generating your own money at the end of the day.
Definitely. And do you think that you would start that business out in Dubai or anywhere else in the world? Where do you think has that opportunity?
I think Dubai is the place to be, of
Yeah.
course. Here you're dealing with millionaires, billionaires, day in, day out in this job. So I think Dubai is the place you have to be.
100%. I think, like you say, there were more millionaires that relocated to Dubai last year than the whole of
Yeah.
America. And when you put that into perspective,
Crazy.
it just shows you how much opportunity there is. And actually, the people that have money want to be here, and the people that want to make money want to be here. And when you
Exactly.
put those two people together, it creates a lot of opportunities.
In Dubai, you're surrounded by like-minded people that want to be here. They want to graft. They want to earn good money. That's why everyone comes here.
So throughout your career with us here at Betterhomes in Dubai, are there any standout moments that, sort of taken you back a little bit?
I think it's just the clients I deal with. Obviously, I've dealt with some celebrities that I've met that's just been crazy.
A bit surreal.
A bit surreal. Just the commission. Back to the commission, really.
Yeah, I think when you come from humble beginnings, it never really sinks in how much you can make out here. So you relocate to Dubai and you've joined Betterhomes. You've been with us ever since. I'm sure you've had a lot of recruiters like myself, like flies on the walls. We don't leave you alone, prompting you to join their companies.
Yeah.
What's made you stay?
Of course, I get contacted by recruiters day in, day out. I think one of the main things is just the team and the support that we get here at Betterhomes.
Yeah.
Was such a big thing for me when I first started here. The management team that we have behind us made a huge difference, huge difference, especially in a role like this.
Yeah.
As you say, I come here on my own. I didn't know anyone. It's commission only. Having that support is so important.
Yeah. And I think as well, for someone like yourself, I think if you show that ambition, show that determination, I think Betterhomes is a place where you can certainly grow your career.
Exactly. Even though we're one of the biggest in the industry, there's still so much potential for you to grow within the company.
Thank you very much, Sydney, for joining us on today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and make sure you tune in to the next episode of Beyond the Listing.